What's up, YouTube? So I wanted to make a video. This video is going to go on both channels, okay? For those of you that are not aware, I have a channel with about 2,000 subscribers or near to it, and I have a channel with almost 12,000 subscribers that I've been running for years. And I don't really like to cross the streams and pump the one channel on the other channel and vice versa, okay? For reasons. One of which is I want them to both go on their own merits, you know what I mean? But I want to talk today about the van life thing, and I want to bring your attention to the fact that I have created another YouTube channel called The Road to Van Life. I'm going to put the link down in the description below, and I am going to cross the streams on this channel because I've talked quite a bit on both of these channels about my plans to possibly do van life and probably do van life at this point. So it's The Road to Van Life. I'll put the link down in the description. If you want, subscribe, help me start building that channel up. And obviously, if you want to track my progress and stuff, I'm sure I'll talk about it here and there on my other channels, but that channel specifically to talk about, you know, my journey toward doing van life, and you know, the build will be on there eventually, and you know, then it'll be a chronicle of the things that I do on the road. So I've had people say, "Oh man, that's awesome that you're doing van life," and I've had people say, "Man, that's a horrible idea. Don't do that." You know, just recently, I had somebody comment saying, "Hey, man, you know, as you get old, that's not going to be the thing." You know what I mean? Like, you need a place and you need somewhere to be and stuff like that. And so I want to talk about my thought process. Now, so when I first started like saving and investing in the stock market and stuff a couple of years ago, it was all geared toward that. It was geared toward having a place to be when I get old and I can't drive anymore and whatnot. And so some of you probably know that I don't know, it was about a year ago or something, there was all this stuff surrounding a house that I own a portion of in the town I was born in, and it's in Long Beach, Mississippi, and I was born in Gulfport, which is all right there. So I own a portion of that house, all right? My aunt also owns a portion of that house, and she currently lives there, okay? Also, my mother and my sister own portions, and my cousin owns portions, okay? So we all own a portion of this house. Well, my aunt who lives there now, you know, we were talking, and she was like, "You can come here anytime you want. You know, this is your house too, and you're welcome here." And, you know, I was going to go through this whole process of like buying everybody out and stuff so that eventually that could be my house to die in or whatever, you know, a place to be in this, you know, when I get old. But I mean, the only wild card in the situation at this point is my cousin, okay? Now, he's given me a price that he would let me buy him out for. And my mom and my sister, like, and my aunt, they're all just basically like, "Hey, you know, just go move in there. You know, eventually, you know, it'll get sold one of these days or whatever. And, you know, just go move in there when you're ready." So that's the plan. I have a plan of a place to be already. That's why my thought process started shifting toward all this other stuff, because I feel confident in the fact that when the time comes, I have some place to go. All right. My aunt's like in her early to mid 60s. She's still got, you know, she doesn't think so, but she's still got a good 8-10 years in her, you know. So I've got time before that's something that I need to think about. Now, you know, obviously I already live in this tiny fashion right now, you know, in a space that's smaller than a van. And so the actual living in a van is not going to be hard for me, you know, and I know how to build things, I know how to build and create, and I'm creative, and I'm good with my hands, so I can build it. I can do it all myself. So the idea behind this is that, I have from my big YouTube channel, people all over the country and really all over the world who watch my videos and listen to my music and all this other stuff, and have been for years and years. And I'm a member of a fraternal organization. Some of you know what that is. And so I have people all over the U.S. and I want to spend some time traveling around, seeing these people, seeing people that I only see at big events, or people that I've been connected to for years and years and have never met in person. And I want to see the country in a way that I'm not able to see it now. Like now, sure, I'm all over the place, but I'm in the truck stops and stuff. Like I don't get to do anything or see anything cool. So this van life thing is going to give me an opportunity to do all these things and be free some of the time. The idea is that, I'm going to save enough. Once I get the build done, okay, now I'm giving myself 2 years, a year to get the van and start doing the build, and another year to save up enough money to take a year off. And that's my plan. My plan is to get a van and have it built out and save enough money to take a year off. I'm thinking I can do it with 20 grand plus, a $5,000-$6,000 emergency fund for repairs and stuff. I'm thinking for about 25 grand, I should be able to take a year off. Then at the end of that year, I'll come back to this same company and drive and save some more. And at that time, after that year, if I stay out for a full year, who knows? I might hate it, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. At the end of that year, I can come back and then make a decision. Am I going to work and save up enough to take another year off? Am I going to work for longer than that? Am I going to give up on van life and sell the van that I've built? Who knows? Who knows where things are going to lead me? But what I do know is that I want to enjoy as much of life as I can now, before I am so old that I can't do it. Because, the fact of the matter is that I am not going to have time to save enough money to have some glorious retirement, okay? So I'm going to live life as much as I can now. I'm going to grab just as much freedom as I can grab now, all right? Because this ain't it, guys. This ain't it. Even if I could go home more often than I do, but if I did, I'd just be messing up my pay and everything by taking too much time off, and it splits paychecks up and stuff. I like the way I do things now. I stay out 6 weeks, go home for, less than a week, and go back out for 6 weeks, because it allows me to stack all this money. And so that's the plan. The plan is to stack money, still keep investing in my Roth, cut down on some of my other investments unless I see opportunities that I think are going to allow me to, are going to help me with the van life thing. And then build a van. I'm going to buy a van. I'm going to build it out. How I'm going to do it exactly is yet to be determined. I'm probably going to end up buying an older van for really cheap, and then spending the money, instead of spending it on a van that has 100,000 miles on it. I'm going to spend it on an older van, and then I'm going to have a new engine, transmission, suspension put in it so that it is new. And, I know exactly what I've gotten, exactly what kind of maintenance has been done on it. You know what I mean? And so there's less potential problems that could arise while I'm on the road. If I do that, then I know that $5 or $6 grand is going to get me through with whatever minor repairs I need to do out on the road. If I get something with 100,000+ miles on it, I could blow an engine. I could lose a transmission. You know what I mean? And that's a major expense. So right now that's where my head's at. But I just wanted to talk about it, talk about what my thought process is, because I get people that are like, yeah, that's awesome. And I also get a lot of people that are like, man, I don't think that's a good idea. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, doesn't really matter what y'all think. I mean, you know, not that I don't value y'all's opinion, okay? But in the end, I'm going to do what I think is going to give me fulfillment and enjoyment, and let me, you know, pursue my will. You know what I mean? What I want, and that's what it is. And if you want to join me and you want to follow me on this progression toward it, and, you know, see everything that happens, you know what I mean, hit that subscribe button on that new channel. The link is going to be in the description below. Help me build it up. Help me get something going over there. Content will be slow coming out, but, you know, come along with me on the journey. You know, a lot of you guys have been watching my journey for years, so come along with me. Go subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being around for all this time. See you on the next one.